Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming, and today we're taking a look at Denizen. Interestingly enough, this was provided in a comment from Doom Bloomers 9609 about a week ago, from, well, when I'm recording this, about a week ago, and suggested this as it's done by Departure Interactive, who are the same people that did Metro Sim Hustle as well. And he commented that they'd done this, and as luck would have it, I'd already picked it up and was playing it,
violently,
ready for this first impression video.
Nostalgia plays such a heavy part.
See, falls not on deaf ears. So, what is Denizen? Denizen is basically a life simulator. It is early access, and very much so. Unfortunately, there is not massive amounts to do in the game just yet. They are regularly updating it, with the latest update being on the 3rd, which improved the socializing and added a supercar and poker as well, actually. So there you are. So you are a person, a denizen if you will, of this world, and you need to make money and pay for your utilities and meet people and work jobs. And it's what you would expect from a life simulator. You have various bars you need to keep filled up, like your energy, your thirst, your toileting, your hygiene. It's standard stuff. It is a mixed bag graphically. The character models don't look very good, but some of the environment, like the lighting and stuff like that, and some of the interiors look pretty good. So it's a bit inconsistent when it comes to graphics. There are currently 3 jobs available that you can do. I'm maxed out in pizza making. There is bartending and forklift driving. I haven't tried the forklift driving job because, as part of a quest for something else, I had to try forklift driving and didn't like it very much. So I didn't go for that. I maxed out the pizza job because it's right across the street from my apartment, and the other one is bartending, which is fine. It's filling up glasses and giving the appropriate brew and giving it to the appropriate customer. It's not exciting or anything, but it's a very long drive away, so I tend not to do that one. I'll stick with the pizza making, thank you very much. Obviously you can make more money bartending. That's currently the highest paid job, and pizza making is the lowest paid job, but you still get a couple of hundred for each shift, especially if you do more than you need to, and you will, because it gives you a lot of time and very few pizzas to make to actually hit that objective. So you will like triple or quadruple the amount of pizzas that they're actually asking from you, which is nice. And I don't mind the pizza game. It is literally just taking the dough, putting it on the side, adding the components, putting it on a machine, picking it up off the machine and putting it in a box, and that is all there is to it. It's not terrible. It scratches a little sort of rodent part of my brain, I guess, but it's not like highly interesting or anything like that. There is a sort of criminal accomplice that you can like hook up with and do criminal stuff with, which I've done a few things for. Generally it's just breaking into places and getting stuff that he needs, whether it's a trailer or something off of a computer, things like that. You can go full blown into drug manufacture, so they've kept that in. Much like the Metro Sim Hustle, you are able to go on the social apps and try and chat people up. I've never successfully chatted someone up in this, because they respond basically positively to only one response. You need to remember it, and I can never remember it, so I always end up failing. So I don't know if there's any adult goodness, shall we say, in this game like there was Metro Sim Hustle, because I've not seen it yet. It is early access, and I think that came relatively late in Metro Sim Hustle's development anyway. So it is nice to have like you can definitely see the stuff they've taken from Metro Sim Hustle and thought, well, instead of making it about the Metro, let's just make a life version of it. And you can see how they're doing that, including the thing that just blows my basic little mind away, is that you can upload video files and watch them on your TV at home. So that's pretty cool. I know it's so simple. My little monkey brain is like, "Ooh, that's good," even though like Second Life had that fucking years and years ago. But yeah, so you'll see a bit of the opening of Into Darkness Part 2, which incidentally is something I backed in Kickstarter for £70, and then it came on Shudder for nothing for 4 months later, so yay. I didn't bother backing the third one, let me tell you. Because like the first one I couldn't find for love nor money, and I thought, right, I'll get on the second one. And then they both turn up on Shudder. Never mind. But the third one did turn up as well on Shudder. I also backed the sci-fi one they did, I can't remember. But well, getting off topic. Let's move on from that. So you can buy furniture. There's not a great selection. You can buy clothing. There's not a great selection again. You can cook, but it kind of took me by surprise because I went to the supermarket, which again is a long drive away. The driving is a bit of a pain in the arse in the game. There's no on-screen map. You actually have to sort of open the map up while you're driving, which probably not that safe, and to see where you're going. And you can set like waypoints, but there's no like guiding like row of arrows or anything that takes you to that waypoint. So it's a bit of a pain in the arse, to be honest, driving about. So I go to the grocery store. I buy a load of groceries. I think, I'll just buy a load of steaks. You know, I like steak. Steak's good. And get some chicken. Yeah, a bit of meat. Yeah, it's very nice. And I get home and it's like, oh no, in order to cook steak, you need to like cook it with a mushroom sauce or some shit. And it's like, oh, I can't just cook the steak. I have to cook it in this sort of designated recipe that I didn't buy the components for because I didn't know that. So I'm going to have to drive back. Lovely. So be forewarned, you cannot just cook a bear steak. Which, to be fair, in my opinion, if the steak's of good quality, you don't really need much to go with it. Maybe a pinch of salt on top, but that'd be about it for me. So it is interesting. I don't know if I could recommend it now. It's like £17.25 or something like that. It's a really weird price on Steam at the moment. But I don't know if I can recommend it just because it is so incomplete at the moment. A lot of the times when you get an early access game, it will be like almost there. It's just like floated in early access, so it can like basically be play tested before they release it. But no, this is very much still in development. So you know, if you want to play it, that's fine. If it looks interesting to you, that's fine. And you know, if you want to get in now, in case like later when they do release it, they maybe up the price on it, which we've seen before. Then fill your boots, but don't go in expecting like hours and hours of content, because there's not. Probably the most notable thing I've done in it was right at the start of the game, I got a text message from someone that I apparently knew, and she was locked in a house somewhere, so I had to go and let her out of the house. And it was really creepy, actually. Nothing happened, I just found her and we left, but they had the environment. The house was very creepy. It was very sort of hoarder-ish. More of that, please. That was very well done. I enjoyed that. But like, I thought, oh, okay, you know, this would be cool. And that was like the only time that's happened. So I'm just like, ah. You can rent out buildings in order to basically run a business out of there. I haven't done it myself because it's like $100 or $200 a day. I'm just like, no thank you. I'll wait until I'm sat on some money. And you can buy other living areas like big houses and stuff, but they are very expensive, so you really need to like get your money rolling, and my pizza job just won't cut that. So there you are. You do start off with a car, yourself a little truck, and it does consume petrol, which you obviously need to pay for. You don't seem to pay much rent, but you do pay utilities, and it's fairly cheap. It's only like a few bucks a day, so it's not too bad. You easily make enough to deal with that. It's not a huge problem. I imagine as you move into the bigger properties, that will go up significantly, though. Yeah, but it's got all the sort of base work that makes it an interesting proposition. They just haven't expanded on much of it yet. I think that's the biggest problem with it. It is early access, and it is very early access. So, you know, I imagine in a year's time it'll be much more to it, and a lot of an easier recommendation for me to make. But as it stands right now, I mean, it's not expensive. If you want to go on the ground floor, as I say, then do so. But I can't seriously recommend it in the current state that it is in as like a purchase for something that's going to keep you going until Inzoi comes out or something like that. Yes, I'm still salivating over that one. It's the only game that's made my Steam wish list, put it that way. So I'm just waiting to click the button. I did just pick up a new game, so you'll probably get that next week. I won't spoil it by telling you what that is, but certainly it's something that I've done videos on before, and I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, that's it for this week. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.